The most dangerous man in the room is the one who says nothing. While everyone else argues and explains and defends, he simply watches, and one by one, they hand him the victory. Silence is not weakness. It is a weapon almost no one knows how to hold. The Stoics mastered it 2,000 years ago. By the end of this video, you will know the 7 moments to shut your mouth completely. The 5th one ends the fight before it even starts. And the 7th is how you let an enemy destroy himself. But first, you need to understand why your silence terrifies them. Here is something no one ever taught you. Every word you speak gives a piece of yourself away. Your anger, your fear, your plans, your weakness, all of it leaks out in speech. The man who talks is an open book. The man who is silent is a locked door. Think of the last time you spoke too soon. The regret arrived before you even finished. That is the leak. And it happens every time you fill a silence you did not have to fill. When you say less than necessary, you appear greater and more powerful than you are. The Stoics knew this first. Epictetus told his students to be silent for the most part, and to say only what is necessary, in few words. Because a closed mouth cannot be used against you, silence gives you the one thing they are always trying to take: control. The first time to stay silent: when they insult you. An insult is a hook. It only works if you bite. The person attacking you is not looking for a debate. He is hunting for a reaction. Your anger is the prize. Your silence is the denial. Say nothing, and the insult falls to the floor between you, dead. He is left holding his own ugliness, with nowhere to put it. Marcus Aurelius wrote that the best revenge is to not be like the one who wronged you. Picture a man mocked in front of a whole room. He simply looks at them and says nothing. The laughter dies on its own because it has nothing to feed on. The crowd waits for you to snap. When you do not, you have already won. You do not have to attend every argument you are invited to. The second time to stay silent: when the anger is still hot. Almost every foolish thing you have ever said, you said in the first 10 seconds of rage. Anger is a fire, and it needs a mouth to spread. Close the mouth, and the fire has nowhere left to go. Seneca wrote that the greatest remedy for anger is delay. So when the blood rises, you say nothing. You wait. You breathe. You let the first wave crash and pass. What felt urgent in the heat will look insane by morning. Silence and anger has saved more men than any apology ever could. The third time to stay silent: when you feel the urge to explain. Weak men explain. They justify. They overshare, desperate to be understood. But the more you explain, the more it sounds like you are asking permission. You do not owe the world a running commentary on your choices. Picture a man dragged to defend a decision he already knows is right. Every extra word he offers only makes him look less sure. So let your actions speak and refuse to translate them. The results will explain everything, and they will do it without a single word from you. Never complain, never explain. The lion does not explain to the sheep why he hunts. Do what you decided, and let the silence carry more weight than any excuse. The fourth time to stay silent: when they are baiting you. Some people do not want the truth. They want a fight. They will poke and twist your words and dig, hunting for one reaction. Every answer you give is more fuel for a fire you cannot win. So you refuse to play. You give them nothing to grab onto. A calm, silent man is unbearable to someone trying to provoke him. They came for a storm, and they found a stone wall. It rattles them more than any comeback. Your composure becomes the very thing that defeats them. Do not wrestle the pig. You both get filthy, and the pig enjoys it. If this is landing, let me say one thing directly. If you are done being pulled into fights that were never yours, subscribe. It costs you nothing, and it is how this reaches the men who need it. Then come back. because the next silence protects everything you are building. The fifth time to stay silent. When you have a plan or a goal, the moment you announce it, two things happen, and both are bad. Your mind tastes the reward before you have earned it, and your drive quietly dies. And you hand the people around you a map of exactly where you are going. The Stoics moved in silence and let the results make the noise. Every person who hears your plan becomes an opinion you now have to carry. Talk about it, and you leak the very energy you needed to do it. Build in the dark. Say nothing. Let them find out when it is already done. A finished thing needs no announcement. It speaks for itself. The sixth time to stay silent. When you know more than you are letting on. Amateurs tell everything they know, just to feel important for a moment. The powerful hold back and let other men reveal themselves first. Every card you show is a card you can no longer play. Information is leverage, and leverage kept quiet is leverage doubled. You are given 2 ears and 1 mouth. Listen twice as much as you speak. Ask one quiet question, then say nothing, and watch how much a man will hand you. Let them fill the silence, because men confess everything when they cannot stand the quiet. The one who knows and says nothing holds the whole table. Now here is the one almost no one has the discipline to do. The seventh time to stay silent. When your enemy is making a mistake, there is an old rule of war. Never interrupt your enemy while he is destroying himself. When a man is busy digging his own grave, you do not reach for the shovel to help. You step back, you go quiet, and you let him finish. Every foolish word he says, every bridge he burns, is doing your work for you. An arrogant man handed enough silence will always overreach. He cannot help himself, so you give him the rope, and you give him the quiet, and you wait. Your silence gives him all the room he needs to fall. The Stoic does not chase revenge. He needs only patience and a closed mouth. Time and silence punish arrogance far better than you ever could. Here is the truth about a man who cannot stay silent. He is ruled by every itch to respond, every bait, every insult thrown his way. He empties himself in front of everyone and then wonders why he has no power left. His own words become the weapons that other people use against him. He mistakes noise for power and never notices that the strongest men in the room said the least. The silent man keeps his strength. The loud man leaks it, one sentence at a time. So remember the 7. Stay silent when they insult you and when you are angry. When you want to explain, when they bait you, and when you are holding a plan. When you know more than you say, and when your enemy is busy falling. Do that and you stop handing pieces of yourself to people who never earned them. Silence is not the absence of power. It is where power is kept. If this gave you even one moment of clarity, subscribing is how you say, make more. I make these for the man who is done being ruled by his own tongue. Learn when to stay silent, and you become impossible to read and impossible to beat. I will see you in the next one.